Live stream started. It is the end of the week. Thank goodness. Thank goodness it's the end of the week. I am ready to just relax, kick back, get some cocktails for the weekend, get some things rolling for some activities we've got starting next week for my family. I am just ready for this week to be over. It's been a busy week. I've been pulled in 50 different directions. Looking forward to seeing what you guys want to talk about today. I know that I've got up on the screen here a recording from earlier today where we took the ruined Crusader fortress. All right, looks like some people are starting to join. Peace Frog, Dijon, Fatality-ish, how you doing? Welcome to the stream. Let me post this in Discord as well so everybody knows to jump in. I'll do it in mine first. And then I will do it in this one next. There we go. All right, we're in good shape. Jose Ramirez, Lollipop, how you doing? Welcome to the stream. All right, so this is going to be a Lost Kingdom update live stream. We're going to talk about some different things. Fatality, we got the ruined Crusader Fortress 2 today and second attempt. Okay, so I will show you what we did on ours to see if maybe that will help. I think it's gotten a lot easier, certainly, than it was when it first came out. So it shouldn't be too bad, especially if you've got a decent amount of T5 in your kingdom. It should be pretty straightforward to take. About 2.5 minutes-ish is what the going trend is for pretty powerful kingdoms. Bonnie Doom Homestead, welcome to the stream. You were there. You enjoyed it. Chanel, so many reds, my eyes burn. Yeah. Yeah, so this is the beginning, and this is actually only half of it. This is the beginning of when we started assembling for taking out the ruined Crusader Fortress. We wanted to get everybody involved, so we ended up doing 4 rallies. I'm sure some of y'all probably watched Ronnie's stuff earlier today. I wish I could keep up with some of these other people that are on YouTube just because they're able to put stuff out during the middle of the day, during the week, and I can't do it. I work for my other job, so that's obviously priority. So I gotta kind of make do with the time that I've got afterwards. So I'm hoping you guys can understand that I don't have everything usually first and first on the scene, but hopefully I'm able to give you guys what you're looking for. Yeah, General Caddy's in the house. Skywalker is in the house. No problem. We're going to be here for about an hour and a half. I wanted to start a little earlier, about half an hour ago, but my wife ended up calling me. She's on her way home, and she's stuck in traffic, so she wanted to vent a little bit. So you got to give her the time to do that, and yeah, so that's what I was doing. Yeah, Skywalker, that's kind of where it's at. So yeah, I mean, I'm looking forward to showing you guys what we did to take the actual fortress from my perspective. Again, I know a lot of you have already done it, but this will maybe be a little bit of a different view. Ali Khalid, hi Dragon. I know you have an application for this, but if someone has 25 million, can they join your alliance? 25 million power with 18 million kills. I think our minimum right now is 30 million for PHR proper, but we've got tons of alliances, Ali. If you want to come and join us, you're free to join us. Just come right on over. We'll find a spot for you. It may not be in the main alliance, but all the alliances are gearing up towards at least 2 million power here pretty soon. So they're all very solid alliances, and we're going to be splitting our T5s across them as we start to go further into the Lost Kingdom. General Caddy, I know that you are probably about ready to go to bed. I think it's pretty late for you, so I appreciate you at least stopping in and saying hey. Arkia, why do you live stream when I'm about to go to sleep? I'm so sorry. Like I said, I work during the day. I live in the United States on the East Coast, so right now it's only 8:45 p.m. for me. I know that a lot of you guys that join me and follow me are in the European time zones, and I do apologize for that. During the week I have a regular job that I need to definitely pay attention to, especially to afford this kind of stuff. So I need to make sure that I'm doing what I need to do there. Every time, and to my wife's detriment, and she's let me know a few times, but she's also a trooper. you know, every time I'm not working, I'm doing something for you guys on this. So I appreciate you staying with me and hanging out and, you know, enjoying what I'm giving you. And hopefully that's gonna be okay. All right, yeah, Americans, America. 7 a.m. for Caddy. Okay, so you're, yeah, so I'm going to be going to bed here probably in the next few hours, depending on how things go. Although I did plan on actually, staying up a little late tonight and getting some of my Commander Mastery series done. And I've got one more best of the best video I need to get done for you guys too. So I've got some stuff to catch up on. Like I said, it's been an absolutely crazy week. And every time I've gotten done working, I'm trying to spend time with the family and play the game and all that stuff. So by the time it's time for me to be able to come down and get in front of the computer and put some stuff together for you guys, it's like, oh man, I'll try again tomorrow. 2:45 a.m., but that doesn't matter. Drago is streaming. I appreciate your enthusiasm. Thank you for staying tuned with me. So I appreciate that. I really do, because again, I do this, you know, to connect with you all and, you know, to give you guys some tips and tricks and guides and advice and all that good stuff. And I'm hoping that it goes a long way for you. I hope that I can show you that I pretty much know what I'm doing with this game. All right, cool. Well, I appreciate all the kudos, guys. I really do. Let's move on to the actual content. Let's get to some stream stuff. So what I've got up in front of you is the fort that we took earlier today. It was a 15 UTC. It was kind of a cluster in a sense that we are coordinating 4 alliances with only having voice for really 2 or 3. And really those 2 or 3 are then the people that we're talking to in Discord are then coordinating via in-game chat with their alliances respectively. So it's really difficult to coordinate this many people for one item that you're targeting. And we had a strategy of rallying. Each one of the alliances had a rally, and we were going to kind of hit it simultaneously for the most part. There was going to be a little bit of difference just because that's how it was going to work. But the idea was that we were going to rally it with 4 alliances, and then everybody from each alliance would reinforce those rallies, and then only T5 would hit the Crusader Fortress. And that's because you have a limited, I'm sure you guys have noticed, whenever you swarm a target, the reason why your armies keep kind of spreading out around the target is because there are actual hit spots on a target. You can only have a certain number, depending on what's being attacked, only a certain number of hit targets can hit a target at the same time. So whenever you see a fully swarmed target, if you are trying to attack it in addition to that, you're just going to go around in circles of that target and you're not going to do any damage. You're just going to take the counterattack damage. So you need to be very clear on that and very cognizant, because if in this situation, you can see just the top half, and I'll go ahead and start playing the video. You can see just the top half of the map is loaded with armies. So now we're going to start loading the bottom half of the map. And again, it's going to get even crazier. So with this many armies, clearly you're not going to be able to just send everybody in. So with that in mind, you need to be strategic on who is actually going to hit this Crusader Fortress. So we had enough T5 to be able to have those 4 T5-led rallies, and then the remaining spots that you could swarm the fortress with to have T5 on it pretty much all the time, because each one of our T5s could field an additional 4 full armies on the battlefield of T5. And I had 2 of my T5 armies at the top right there. I had a Minna group and a Richard group. And I was ready to do part of the swarming as the rallies hit. And right now we're organizing things. We're trying to get things together. We're going to start the rally here in about 4 minutes. In fact, I may go ahead and skip forward just a little bit. Let me get closer to the, closer to the, there we go. So, let me check back into the chat. Cluster is an understatement, Skywalker. That's exactly right. Dennis, watching from work. Well, don't get caught, buddy. Don't get caught. Just enjoy the show. Keep the volume. Well, keep the volume down. So here we are starting the rally. We're going to do 4 archer-led rallies, which is the exact opposite of what you would kind of think when it comes to attacking a fortress with 3 million T5 cavalry units, because that's kind of the anti-army of that. But we're going to be hitting 3 out of the 4 rallies. They're going to be hitting with Hermann Boudica. So the whole idea behind that is to really delay the rage regeneration of the ruined fortress and also push back the skill itself with Hermann. So the combination of all that stuff is just meant to delay the heals, delay the AoE, all that stuff. That's the thought process behind hitting it with 3 rallies with that combination of really 2 epic commanders, right? When most of us that have T5 are going to have multiple maxed out legendaries. The main rally ended up being a full Cav group with Minamoto and Genghis Khan as the primary. I think Genghis was actually the primary on that one. Josh, I'm glad to see you love this game. It's a great game to play, and yeah, I mean, enjoy it. I'm so sorry I uploaded before you go live, so I only mentioned Ronnie's stream. No problem, Skywalker, not a problem at all. Yeah, and this was me trying to get a full group of 2 million. For some reason, everybody, I guess, just didn't want to break up their 200,000 group. They just didn't know how to do that. I'm not sure why, but it is what it is. Super Swag, welcome to the stream, buddy. So again, we're getting the rallies together. At this point, all the rallies are starting to fill up, all 4 of them. It turns out that mine was just a smidge late, and I think that's just a combination of the alliance I was in not having fast rally just yet, all the way maxed, and then also, well, I thought it was pretty close, but I think maybe some of the other ones were a little closer. So I think that might be the reason why. Let me see if I can move as well. Whoops. Let's see if I can move my microphone a little bit so y'all can maybe hear me a little bit better too. There we go. Does that help with the volume at all, guys? I want to make sure y'all can hear me okay. All right, so still doing the fort stuff. And yeah, I mean, as you can see, there are so many people here, and really none of these people are necessary. Like, none of them. Nobody here is necessary. Jose Ricardo, please give a shout out to Rage from 1224. Well, there's your shout out. Shout out to Rage. Ali Khalid, we hear you good. Okay, good. Good. Some people comment on some of my videos that they can't hear it very well. I think it has something to do with their phone, but I'm always trying to help out. So I've literally got the microphone right in front of my face. So hopefully this is helpful. So yeah, the rallies are starting to come together. I really think at this point I want to say maybe 45 seconds Pit Boss's rally is going to fire off. Maybe even a little bit earlier than that. Yuda, what do you think? Should I use Eulogy, Expertise, Charles 5422? That's a good combination, but I would use Charles primary in that situation. Unless you have Richard, and then I would use Charles Richard or Richard Charles, however one you wanted to go. I had to keep going back in because I was either getting joined by the wrong troops, or I was getting joined by somebody who was 7 minutes away, and we couldn't have a delay. So, you know, it was just fun as always. Titan Gaming, how's KBK looking so far? Had any fights yet? The only fights we've had is inside the kingdom, and that's just been for the kill event. I'll update you guys on what that looks like here in a little bit too after this video. There's nothing to fight yet other than barbarians because the passes haven't opened up, Titan. So once the passes open up, then we'll have access to Kingdom 14 and 15 on the bottom side and Kingdom 9 and 10 on the top side. So at that point, I'm sure we will have some fights. Go Show, do you play WoW? No, I don't play WoW. I used to play WoW when it first came out. Gosh, how long ago was that? Maybe, what was that, 15 years ago? Something like that. Yeah, I used to play that, and then before that, I used to play a game called Shadowbane, and then before that, I used to play a game called Ultima Online. All right, so as you can see, the Sir Jazz rally has hit, the UN1 rally has hit, and the Pit Boss rally has hit. So there's 3 of the 4 rallies. already hitting the shrine or I'm sorry, the fortress, and it's already going way down like right away. And as soon as we hit with the rallies, look at it. People just started swarming it. And it's T4 with siege and just nonsense. This is exactly what you don't want, because all this is doing is just generating rage for the fortress. You don't want all these armies hitting it unless it's T5 and it's actually causing damage, because right now all that's happening is all these armies that are hitting this fortress are just dying. They're just dying. They're not doing anything. They're just causing generation of rage for the fortress, which is healing it faster, and then they're dying. People need to listen. They just need to listen. We sent out dozens of emails, dozens of communications, and at the end of the day, as soon as the forts hit, or the rallies hit the fort, everybody swarmed it. I don't know if it's just people getting excited about, the new Lost Kingdom stuff, which is great. I get it. But golly day, man, just listen. Just listen to what we're trying to say. There's a reason why we plan all this stuff. And if this was as hard as it was before the patch, we would not have taken this. There's a 0% chance we would have taken it. With all the rage that's getting generated from all these people attacking. I'm not even attacking yet. At the top right, you can see my two armies at the top right. They're just sitting there. Because at this point, I'm like, what do you do? What do you do with this? Pan 20, yeah, I mean, it was a while. So I want to say it was in 2002 or 3, I want to say, is when WoW came out. I played it for a little bit. It just wasn't for me. I prefer PvP style games. So that's why I played Ultima Online for so long before they really kind of Care Beared it up. And that's why I played Shadowbane until they stopped making it. They stopped supporting the game. Shadowbane was a very cool game that was PvP centered. Like you would build your cities, and you would siege cities and open field fight and all that good stuff. I enjoy those types of games. That's why this game is so awesome to me, because it's got a little bit of everything. It's got the PvE stuff, but at the same time, there's real consequences for fighting. I'm not a big MOBA fan. I just couldn't get into it, Skywalker. I'm not a huge League of Legends fan. I know a lot of people who really love it, but it's just not my style of play. Hey, Drago, hope you're doing great. I want to ask you, should I focus on Cavs or Infantry as free to play? I already have Max Pelagius asking for the late game. Both work in the late game. You want to have both in the late game, Rami, but Cavs are cheaper. So if you've already got Pelagius, then all you need to do, I mean, I know you're free to play, but I would save up your quickest $200 and go buy Minamoto, and you'll have a excellent Cav group on the battlefield. All right, so focus on this, guys, really quick. So you notice that it went from the Barbarian controlling it to YSG controlling it. That means we took it. Now, again, nobody knows what this means. Like, this hasn't been done before with us. So people are still attacking. People are still attacking the Ruined Crusader Fortress, and they're getting dead troops at this point. Everybody who's attacking this, and I even started to do it. I'm like, is this a second stage that we've got to kill? So I even kind of opened it up. I'm like, do I attack this? I didn't, but I almost started to. And at this point, you guys need to stop. Just for your future benefit, when you guys are ready to take your Crusader fort in the Lost Kingdom, make sure whenever you see it go from Barbarian owned to a commander in the game, stop hitting it, because you're then attacking your own kingdom's troops, and you're killing both them and you. It's a big deal. Yep. See, I got hit on the way because there was an AoE. So I took 49 dead troops, and he took 140 dead troops. And that was the actual fight. Bonnie, I spent all of my time. Yeah, I know. There was a couple people. It was so laggy that most people didn't even get a chance to see it, because they kept getting booted, and everything was just straight lagged up. I mean, it was a lot. I only like third-person MOBAs. The whole top-down MOBA style is bad to me. Me too. I don't like any of that stuff. Anything MOBA-related just doesn't do it for me. This was me applying back to PHR. Poseidon, what's better for causing damage, Mina Pelagius or Mina Double C? Mina Double C will always be better than Mina Pelagius, but it's not by too much. I mean, it's noticeable, but it's not game breaking. Of course, you're going to get better damage from 2 legendaries than 1 legendary and 1 epic Poseidon. Yes, Dennis, if you could post the invite to the Discord, that'd be much appreciated. So yes, everybody, I do have a Discord up and running. The people that are in it that know about it were the people that heard it on my last stream. I haven't really sent it out that much because, again, I'm trying to find the purpose for me for it, just because I'm already kind of in a couple other Discords that I answer questions in and things like that. But I also want to connect with you guys directly. So if you guys see the value in it, then I see the value in it, and I will make sure that I am on there every day. Just make sure when you communicate with me, just tag me, because again, I've got 100 things going on. I can't sit there and stare at a Discord screen just waiting for questions to pop in. So just tag me, and then I will respond. I promise you I will. So yeah, that was the fortress getting taken. It took about 2.5 minutes. And again, people were still logging back into the game. Some of them even said that it still showed that they had a barbarian inside the fortress. So they were trying to attack the fort thinking that it was still on, because they had the rallies on there and everything. It was just messed up. All right, so this is what you see on. So this is what opens up whenever you take the the ruined Crusader fortress. I want to pause it here. This is the past glory quest line, or the past glory event that opens up, and as you can see in the top right corner of the screen, it has a 9-day timer. And what this is, let me show that. Okay, this is for your whole kingdom. Okay, so your whole kingdom can do and participate in this event. It's just like your alliance tech in the sense that you're donating resources or gems, and you're filling up the progress bar so that you can unlock each stage. Okay, and we'll get to the next stage here in just a second. I'll show it to you what it looks like. So the way to do it, again, donate resources to rebuild the kingdom's Crusader fortress. Governors will receive a Crusader supply chest, that's the other piece of this, containing item rewards for each donation. Once the current rebuilding stage is completed, the next stage will begin. Each stage has its own set of benefits. The first stage is really nice with a good set of battle benefits. The second stage is really nice because it's got a little bit of farming benefits, as well as hospital capacity, which is really nice. And then finally, I believe, I don't want to fib. I'll wait until the thing comes up. I want to say the third one is, oh, it's the color thing. It's the alliance color. It allows you to teleport as a kingdom versus just an alliance, which is really nice. Please do a review about Genghis Khan. I just don't understand his skills. Is he as strong as Mina? I think he's actually a little bit stronger, Unicatil, because of his nuking capability. He is a straight nuker through and through. He has no peacekeeping talents whatsoever. Every single one of his skills contributes to the boosting of his damage. So, I mean, I think Genghis is better for PvP than Mina. I think Mina is a little more well-rounded to the whole game, but I think Genghis is actually better. Mina has a better nuke, for my opinion, and Khan, I suppose, to be a special feature nuke commander, but only his fifth skill makes him better nuker than Mina. Correct, and that's what I wanted to get to. So you need to max him to make him really, truly better than Mina. So I think I opened, I don't remember how many I opened. I hope you saw that. Consul Millard, thank you for the donation, buddy. I appreciate that. $1.99 goes a long way. That's more Mina sculpt, or more double C sculptures for me. I appreciate that. Thank you. You are my favorite and the best rock content creator. Hey, I'll take that opinion every day. Thanks a lot, man. Appreciate that. Glad I could be of service to you this evening. So again, people are still hitting the fort. People are still hitting the fort. And this person actually lost like 60,000 troops because they weren't paying attention. So it is what it is. It's unfortunate, but it is what it is. Justin Ang, I'm playing an iPad Pro for my game, and then I have an iMac is what I'm using to stream right now. I usually have an iPhone to do my streams, and it's full screen, and you can see everything. It's really nice. For some reason, it just stopped working. Like it just doesn't load in OBS. So I don't know if it's an OBS patch issue where I just updated it and it's messed everything up or what. But until I can fix it, this is what we're working with. Hopefully I can get it fixed here pretty soon for you guys. Curtis, are you guys trying to take the fort? We already took the fort at 15 UTC. Okay, so here's the other thing I wanted to show you guys. We already took the fort at 15 UTC. I'm just replaying a video. As you can see, it's in the replay screen here. That was at 9:41 a.m. That's not right. It wasn't that early. Anyway, so here's the stages for the Past Glory event, and I wanted to go through these really quickly because they're really nice for one, and to me a little bit OP, especially if you're going up against a kingdom that has not taken the fortress. That's game over for the other kingdom. I mean, there's just no way they can compete with these kinds of buffs. Troop attack, defense, and health plus 15%. That's huge. That is huge on the battlefield. Absolutely huge. You also get a stage 1 rewards chest, which nobody knows what that looks like yet. Nobody's gotten it. We should hopefully see in maybe a week and a half or so what that looks like. Maybe even less. Maybe 3 or 4 days, I think, is when we'll finish this first stage, I would think. Second stage, upon completion of this one, you get the special buff Mercy. Mercy gives you, like I said, 100% hospital capacity, which is awesome. Like right now, I've got 390% or 390,000 troop capacity in my hospital. That means I'll have 780,000 troop capacity in my hospital, which is nice. Still not anywhere close to how much I have, but it's better than losing that many more troops if that were to end up happening. Or again, it just makes it to where you can kind of focus a little bit more on the open field when you're fighting, or if you're going up against a city or you're getting rallied. You can focus on other things without having to really keep checking back at the hospital every 2 seconds, just to make sure that you're not losing troops. So that's pretty neat. 25% gathering speed, always helpful, especially with the boosts to the resources, guys. It's taken 2.5 hours to take down some of these level 7 resource nodes. This is very helpful. The 25% gathering speed is very helpful. Peter Aubrey, no, I've missed the start. What's up right now? We're going through what, Peter, we're going through what shows up after we take the fort. So we just took the fort. The fort took about 2.5 minutes to take down. It's not very hard anymore. And then you get, when you actually take down the fort and occupy it, Past Glory comes up, which is a new event that happens to rebuild the fort. So I guess the lore behind it, right? So for those of you that like the lore behind things, the lore is that predecessors to the Lost Kingdom, the Crusaders, they built these fortresses to take on the barbarians that are in the Lost Kingdom, and you know they're supposed to be launching their troops and their rallies from those fortresses to the ziggurat that's in the middle and all that good stuff, all the Hurons of Steel and everything like that. They're abandoned. They're ruined. That's why they call it Ruined Crusader Fortress. So our job as the new governors, right, the new people in the regular kingdoms, is to come into the Lost Kingdom, take all these different Crusader camps, and then ultimately rebuild the Crusader Fortress. And that's what this event is. You're supposed to donate to the reconstruction and refurbishment of the Crusader Fort. So that's what this is. And as you donate and as you rebuild the fort and as you go through the different stages, these are the buffs that you get as a kingdom throughout the Lost Kingdom event. So it's very critical that you as a kingdom, especially if you're planning on attacking other kingdoms or going for the middle, you are going to need this stuff, especially if you're going to try and take the ziggurat. All these buffs are going to be critical, absolutely critical, to be able to achieve what you're trying to achieve in the Lost Kingdom. If you don't get these buffs, you're probably not going to be able to compete on the battlefield against other kingdoms, and you're definitely not going to be able to take the center fortress stuff, like the very center, the ziggurat. Bossum, in what state you put pay-to-win people if this game doesn't depend on microtransaction systems? It's not so much pay-to-win. I'm not quite sure what your question is, but are you asking if there wasn't the ability to power up an account, how good would they be? Is that what you're asking? I'm not quite sure. Curtis, wow, that's nice for the hospital capacity. Yes, it is. Is it too crowded in Lost Kingdom? It is a bit crowded. And our kingdom is by no means swarming with players. Like, we don't have thousands of players. And it's pretty crowded. I will say it's crowded around the central points. So the forts, the camps, things like that. But it's also because we still don't have the whole area flagged up yet. It's mostly just flagged to different resource points and different critical objectives, like the pass, like the camps, like the fort. Once it's all kind of filled up for the most part, then I'm sure people will kind of start to spread out, and they will go ahead and hopefully create some room a little bit, because it is a little elbow to elbow at the moment, especially towards the fortress. Peter, so you giving resources no matter what type of resource, or it scales depending on the type? So I'm going to go into it. I hope you guys have seen this. So again, the third stage, just to go over it, once you hit the third stage, the territory controlled by your kingdom's alliances will be displayed in one color, which means that you will be able to teleport onto any flag that any alliance in your kingdom makes. Very critical, very crucial for your success in KVK. This is a must-have. If you don't, you're not going to have enough flags. It's as easy as that. There's so much territory in the Lost Kingdom. You're going to need all these alliances' flags to be able to get to where you want to go. So when you hit that 400 flag mark or 500 flag mark, you've got 5, 6, 7 other alliances that might not have hit that. So you can keep going further and further, and hopefully be able to adjust on the battlefield a little bit more fluidly. All right, so let me keep playing this, and I'm going to hop back in the regular kingdom. I think I started playing it, yeah. But Peter, I will go, once we go back in, I probably have a donation or two to do, and I will show you what that looks like. Mark Warrior, how's the gathering? Hard to find resource node in Lost Kingdom? Yes and no. I mean, it's hard to find level 7s, but you don't need level 7s, to be honest with you. Level 6s are really nice. Those are over 1 million. And level 5s even are 756,000 resources, which usually take about an hour and a half-ish to gather with proper gatherers. So, I mean, it's nice. You don't have to necessarily be as hands-on with the resource gathering, which is really nice. But at the same time, it's forcing me to readjust my timer, my mental timer. Let's see if there's anything else. I think that was it. I want to say that was it. Yeah, that's it. Okay. All right, so let me go back to the regular kingdom, and hopefully it doesn't make me refresh it, because I don't want to have to do that. Yes, okay, we're good. All right, so I'm going to show you how to donate to the Past Glory event. It's at the top right, at the ziggurat again, and it's got a little bubble now. So just like your technology bubble here, where it's got 2, it's got 2 up here too. You open it up, and you hit the Past Glory event, and this is what pops up. Now, if you'll notice, you've got a progress bar, and we're about, what is that? Maybe 11 or 12%, maybe 12%, 13% into it. So we are just barely getting through. This was, I want to say, this has been about 10 hours of contributing from the whole kingdom. So you can do the math. You're probably looking at about 200 hours. Is that right? 10 hours, 10 times 10. 100 hours, which is about 3 or 4 days. So that makes sense. 4 or 5 days, I would say. So it depends on how quickly we can get this done. Stage 1 lasts for 9 days, so we should be in good shape to get stage 1, or at least that's the way it looks. Stage 1, and then it's got the timer on the right. So I'm assuming it's for 9 days. Gavin, I appreciate your work for the community and KVK, looking good in 1123 and second for now, but we got 2 with 100 million power who will hopefully carry training. Good for you, man. That's definitely going to be required if you're second after day 1, but I mean, you could be first by a mile on day 1 and then be third by the time training is over with, because training is where the whole eve of the crusade is won or lost is training day. Connor, we have 35 T5 in Kingdom 93. It's pretty crowded. Yeah, that's a very powerful kingdom. I know that Misfits is over there and quite a few others are over there, and they have got some really powerful players for sure in that kingdom. Lots of players, lots of power players in that kingdom. Quite a few buddies of mine, actually. Curtis, did you get a message from somebody about the healing tip? I did. I appreciate that. Peter Aubrey, sweet. Thanks, bud. Console Millard. Lilith needs to provide us a free-to-play server. I mean, I've heard people asking about that. I mean, there's kind of free-to-play servers already. Like Kingdom 1 is kind of that way. Kingdom 9 is kind of that way. There's like nobody there. Make your own free-to-play server. I think the community has the power to do those things. They don't have to necessarily wait for Lilith to do that. And to be honest with you, if one power player comes on a free-to-play server with hundreds of 20 to 30 million players, the whale won't last long. You can easily take that down with that many players. General Cat, let's do member showcase when you got nothing to do. I always have something to do, but I'll swing through all that stuff. Nor49 Cal, does anyone know if once all kingdom flags are in a united color, will an alliance that doesn't occupy a pass be allowed through it? That's an interesting question. I will test that. Because that's interesting. I hadn't really thought about that. I think as long... Okay, so here's the thing, right? In the regular kingdom, if you don't have a pass, but you've got territory inside of it, for instance, Zone 3 in your regular kingdom, you can teleport onto that territory. So I will go ahead and say, Nor49 Cal, that you can. I'm going to say that you can teleport outside of your starting province as long as the stage 3 is done. As long as stage 3 is done. Jim Leahy, what's the best way to get gold stars? Events. You can buy them from the expedition shop. VIP shop. I mean, there's tons of ways to do it, but I mean, you can't just go out and farm them if that's what you're asking. The Living Legends bundle is also good for that if you want to spend some money. Leo's Gaming. Hi, bro. Good morning. Good morning. It's good evening for me. Curtis, sweet, nice. That was you. Okay, cool. Thanks for helping out. I was shocked. It does work. For stage 2, what you have to donate, also resources. So this is stage 1. I don't know what stage 2 looks like. Nobody's there yet. Nobody's there yet, so nobody knows. I want to say, because this only unlocks when the fort unlocks, and UCS just took their fort like a couple days ago. So this is all, we're all kind of caught in the same bubble, even though the first continent opened up sooner. They weren't able to take their fort until just a few days ago, so they're kind of in the same boat from a time frame standpoint as we are. So right now, all I know is that you can donate resources and gems to progress through. Now, maybe this is part of where you can donate sculptures. I wonder if this is where you donate sculptures. So to me, the way it will probably work is stage 2 or stage 3, you will donate sculptures, right, Caddy, and you'll get other sculptures back, universal sculptures, or just like you get these supply chests or the builders, these builders rebuilding progress past rebuilding point things. Just like you get that stuff, you'll also get maybe sculptures, like universal sculptures for the stuff that you trade in. That's what I'm thinking. I think this is where it's going to be. Leosh, how can you get legendary sculptures faster? Well, again, it's events, like More Than Gems event. It's the... Good night, sweetie. Girls are going to bed. So you got to do events, man. If you want to spend for it, you got to buy Living Legends bundle. But to be honest with you, the fastest way to get that stuff is to do the More Than Gems event to win Lord of War, the Power events, the Mightiest Governor events. Those are the easiest way to get the legendary sculptures. Let me scroll back up because I missed a couple. Curtis, you've done a lot of good work through your videos and the way you're explaining them. Thank you. I'll give you a thumbs up as well. I got 3. Stage 3, probably donating sculptures. Yes. Kingdom 2 should get it down in a couple days there at 1.8 or so. Okay, cool. So I'll keep tabs as best I can. on the earlier kingdoms being able to hit the second stage and see if maybe there's what the next step is, so I can let you guys know. You are leading Kingdom 149. Good job. Did you just get that look? No, I didn't get the look. My wife just came down, and she every time she comes home and I'm streaming, she's like, really? So yeah, I always gotta say hi. Yeah, that kind of hi. Skywalker, did Ronnie put a video of it before? I'm pretty sure he did it. It is donating sculptures. I don't know. I saw him put up a video with the graphic, but I didn't see what stage it was. So I don't know if it did, then let me know. But if not, I don't know what the exact stage is. Again, we've lost all our kind of connection to everything that we were being given to showcase to you guys. So I'm kind of flying blind here, and I just started getting some of that information within the last week before everything happened. So I'm just trying to fly by the seat of my pants when it comes to a lot of this stuff, just trying to give you the content as I get it, as I have time to give it. So it's just a combination of that. Okay, in the blue chest are speed resources, so pretty good if you want the jump later. I'm not sure if that's for me. What's in the blue chest from rebuilding? Oh, so let me show you. So whenever you donate, so I'll donate some gold because everybody's got excess gold, right? For the most part. I'll donate gold, and you should receive, okay, I got a chest. Okay. So I'll go over here, and so here's the chests. And there are 10 chests that I've kind of accumulated by donating. So let's open them up. All right, so I got 2 1,000 action point potions, which is really good. I always need those, especially in the Lost Kingdom. Forts are coming out in a couple days, guys. Level 6 forts. Can't wait. That's gonna be fun. So 150,000 wood, 60 million. 9 hours of research speed up, and then another 3 hours of research speed up, 25,000 individual credits, and 300,000 wood. Okay, to be honest with you, it's kind of a resource sink. I don't see a really good return on these chests, to be honest, because you're spending 150,000 gold per point. And it's a chance to get the chest, guys. It's not a guarantee to get the chest. So you need to pay attention to that. It's not a guarantee to get a chest every time you hit the donate button. So you need to make sure that you have the extra resources to put in, because if you don't, then you're burning very critical resources to get your stuff upgraded and trained up for very minimal results. All right. Right, you're right. I don't remember as well which stage. I just remember it was past glory. Yes, that's what I remember too. To be honest with you, I've tried to pop into all the different YouTube channels that are out there just to kind of show my support and say hey to everybody. But because I've been so busy lately, I don't really have the ability to stay in there for hours like I used to. So I'm hoping to kind of get back to that, but eventually. SLE87, is your double C maxed? No, it's 5542, but I am buying the daily bundle or the daily chests that have double C in them every day. So that's how I'm going to max him out. I'm not going to use any more universal sculptures into him. I'm going to be pumping all of my universal sculptures into Mechmed going forward. I need to get a really quality legendary sieging commander, or sieging commander. Oh, looks like we got Ronnie in the house. What are you doing up? It's your bedtime, man. Oh, a chest is 100% guaranteed now? Okay. For some reason, I remember pumping like 10 or 12 points into it and only getting like 3 chests. So maybe I opened the wrong chest. That might be what happened too. Yeah, Ronnie, you should be in bed, man. It is late for you. What is it, like 3:30 in the morning, I think? 3:30? 10, 11, 12, 1, 2. 2:30. 2:30 in the morning. We talked for hours. So before Ronnie streamed earlier today, we talked for hours. He's like, I want to do a live stream for everybody, but I'm really tired. I'm like, okay, well, go do live stream. And then we got sidetracked and we're talking about 14 other things. And then 2 hours later, he's like, man, I really want to do that live stream, but I'm getting really tired. So then I was like, okay, well, go ahead and go to bed. And then just first thing in the morning when you wake up, do a live stream. He's like, yeah, I'll probably do that. And then I had to go get on a phone call. And then next thing I know, literally 10 minutes later, hello, welcome. This is another Rise of Kingdoms video. This is your boy Legend Ronnie. I'm like, what the heck? That's why I said LOL at the very beginning of the stream. It was funny. I thought it was funny. Yeah, so good morning to you, man. So I'm assuming you're waiting for the new bed to happen too. Yes, AK Sneaky, you got the talent in the room. The talent is in the room for you. All right, so let's do some stuff. Y'all want another teaser of the YSG action that I'm going to be putting together for you guys? I'm just going to open all these because I hate them. Boom, look at all that stuff I'll never use. If you powered 100 million, does the game end for you? No, it doesn't. That's where it begins. Going to sleep a few hours before it gets here. All right. I probably helped Ronnie with my first main account, 50 million. I don't know what alliance because it's been a long time. My goodness. All right, so yeah, I mean, so that's what we've done so far in the game today. There's been a lot of activity with trying to get things organized as far as where the flags are at. Next on the agenda is going to be Barbarian Forts, which I just mentioned earlier. Those are going to be popping. Let me get the exact time for y'all so you know. Twilight. So in 12 hours, so this time tomorrow morning for me. So in 12 hours, we will have forts, level 6 forts, which is really nice. And again, because we took the Lost Kingdom, or I keep saying the Lost Kingdom, since we took the ruined Crusader Fortress, we got this achievement as well. So we got the first 2 already, and now we got the third one. We're waiting for it to actually fully unlock, and we'll be able to kill Barbarian Forts, level 6. That's going to be very nice, which is these right here. So they're garrisoned by 1.2 million T4 and can only be attacked by rallied armies. So same principle, same rules as old forts. However, I believe there's at least 300,000 more troops, 200 to 300,000 more troops in these level 6 Barbarian Forts than there are in level 5s in the regular kingdom. So those will be fun. You probably will get in the neighborhood of, if they're anything like the Marauder Forts, you'll probably get in the neighborhood of 50,000 experience if you lead the rally, and I believe 36 to 38,000 if you don't. Would be my guess. Where are your Hannibal talents for rallies? I don't have my Hannibal leveled up enough to show you that yet, Papa Smurf. He is on my to-do list for my Mastery Series guide. I'm going to actually, once we're done with this live stream, and it's only going to be about an hour to an hour and a half live stream, nothing too crazy. I'm going to be catching up on my Commander Mastery Series guide. I've been way behind this week on getting some more of those out to you. I did Eulogy last time, and that was about 4 days ago or so. So I want to get caught up on that stuff because I hate not putting stuff out for you guys every single day. I think y'all are accustomed to that from some of the other content creators, and I want to make sure that you guys are getting what you want. Got to give the people what they want. There's some whales have 45 IQ and are 300 IQ. I don't understand what you're saying, Eliosh. I'm assuming you're saying that there's whales that are good at the game and some that are bad. I think that's what you're trying to say. And I agree. I've met all kinds. I can't wait for level 10 barb forts. Me either. Those are like 100,000 a pop. That would be so nice. I will pay whatever the healing cost is to get 100,000 XP for each barb fort killed. I will do that every single time because that's 28 barb fort kills for each level on a legendary, which I would take in a heartbeat. All right, so thanks for leading rally for AOC. You got it, Sane. No problem at all. Claudio, hey Drago, are you aware of the people hunting marauders and then jumping with the satchels to a new kingdom, opening them and being in the advantage of everyone? I have seen that. I hope they patch that soon. I thought they actually, because I saw 2 or 3 patches today go in, just kind of hot fix patches. I don't know if that's one of the fixes that they did. I'm hoping it was, because that doesn't seem very right that you should be able to do that. But to be honest with you, I mean, if you're getting them, as long as you're not jumping to a kingdom that doesn't have the event yet, it's just like you're in the same kingdom. So I don't know. Would Herman Kusunoki be better off as archer, army, or garrison commanders? Poseidon, Herman Kusunoki is fine for archer group for free to play. It would work for garrison too if you have the garrison talents on Herman. I prefer either Yulji or Pelagius for garrison talents though, because of their garrison skill that they get. I think it's a little bit better. I abandoned. Spawning fast. When Legend getting his account back? I don't know. It's deactivated as of right now. Joel Geist, I abandoned spending universals on Charles for YSG since Charles is available for other places. So Joel, yeah, that's the strategic way to do it, right? So I did the same thing. I pumped Charles with universal sculptures after I maxed Richard because I wanted to have a very solid infantry group. I wanted to be done with it and move on. Once I got to about 2 skills left, maybe 3 skills left, so that was about 200-ish sculptures, I stopped because the Mightiest Governor for Charles was coming up in the following weeks. So I knew that I just needed to put a lot of effort into getting first, second, third place a couple times for that event, and I was going to max him, and I ended up doing that. Plus, Charles was our daily sculpture guy too, so I was doing that as well, and that allowed me to stop buying the daily sculptures or the daily chests, at least for a little bit, until they changed it, and now they got double C on there, which I need to max, so now I'm rebuying it. Oh, the life of somebody who spends way too much money on this game. It's too fun not to. I'm sorry. Yeah. Yes, Joel. To answer your question, yes. Legend Ronnie said never, so I guess he's never getting his account back. That's unfortunate. That's very unfortunate. They actually fixed that thing. Good. I'm glad they fixed the satchel thing or whatever. A kingdom did that, and I reported it first day, and it still hasn't been fixed. Well, some people are saying it has been fixed. I guess hopefully it's fixed. Hello, new to the game. Why not? Hello, new to the game. Just wondering what are good commanders to do forts. Preferably epic, since legendary is hard to go by for free to play. So why not? If you're new to the game and you want to use epic commanders to lead a fort rally, I'm assuming you're going to be in the level 2 to 3 fort range, depending on how much power you have. Pelagius leading with Minamoto with the first skill at least maxed would be helpful. Pelagius with Osman would work pretty well. Pelagius with Baybars would work pretty well. You don't want to be hitting the level 4 and level 5 by yourself. When I say by yourself, leading the rally as a new player to the game. What you want to do is join players that have a Minamoto double C, which is kind of the gold standard right now, or anything with Genghis in it with a full cav rally. Make sure that they're sending full cav rallies to these level 4, level 5 forts, and make sure that you jump in those rallies with full cavalry as well. Your commanders don't matter at that point. So you're just going to get a lower percentage of the XP because you're not doing the main damage from that rally. So you just need to balance what you're doing in the game. If you're brand new to the game and you're free to play, you kind of have to play that way. You can't have it both ways. You can't have the Mina double C damage and take out a level 5 fort and also be free to play, at least right away. You can get there. It just takes some time. Shintanu Singh. So will you buy new account at Legend Rhyme? Okay. One of the kingdoms of my continent did it. I got YSG and a single golden chest again, 3 times in a row. Good job, man. That's very lucky. I want to get sculptures, not YSG. Who doesn't want YSG? Would Charles Yulji be good for infantry, army, or garrison since I'm unable to get Richard? It would work for both. See, the problem you're going to run into is that you want Charles to be your primary in both of those situations. Are you more likely to open field battle, or are you more likely to be taking rallies in your city a lot? If you're taking rallies in your city a lot, then it may make sense to have Charles as your primary garrison commander. If not, I would say Charles as your main open field commander, do the infantry and defensive build that most people do with that commander, and then maybe make Yulji a garrison commander primary with, you can do Charles secondary. I mean, it's not the end of the world. I think Charles would be better primary, obviously, but I mean, it's not the worst. Well, Leos, you got maxed YSG too. That's good. Chanel, I have members in my alliance who use Julius Herman as their fort commanders, and we keep telling them why no one is joining their rally. Well, you can only help so much. You can only help so much. By Dune Homestead, the cool thing, though, is what Ronnie will make lemonade out of the lemons he was dealt. I agree. He is definitely a scrappy individual. He will bounce back, I promise you. This game is not anywhere close to over. So he enjoys the game, and I enjoy playing with him too. So we're going to be going ham on the Lost Kingdom in Continent 102, and it's going to be absolutely fun to do. So this is going to be great. Dangadunga, hi Drago, good to see you even if it's way too late here. My Charles Richard both right now, 45 out of 50 sculptures to unlock another skill, and I have to wait till tomorrow's reset. I know that feeling. It is the worst feeling. It makes you want to go buy, it makes you want to go buy the, oh my goodness, Living Legend bundle. We're all playing the long game now. Yeah, everybody. Okay, so let me give you a few more things about the Lost Kingdom, where I'm at, what we're doing, what the goals are. So I just went over the fact that we're going to start getting level 6 forts. Again, as you can notice, we've got level 5 crops at 756,000. We've got level 3 gem deposits with 30,000, or 30, not 30,000. That would be amazing. 30 gems. And then you got level 6s with just over 1 million. And there are level 7s out there. I think they're 1.256 million or something in that neighborhood. So the thing is, it takes longer to get all those resources. So you're not actually getting more resources. You just don't have to send them as often, which is nice. It's definitely a nice quality of life adjustment. I just wish they gave the extra resources at the same time. So yeah, we'll see. We'll see how it goes. All right, so let me show you just a little. Let me see what we got over here. This is my spot, by the way. Yeah, see, this is my spot. This is my spot. All right, so I'm going to come over here with my YSG just to kind of show you guys a little taste. A little taste. Of some AoE farming. Now, let me also see. I always forget to check this until I start going. Let me also see if there's any XP runes. That'd be very helpful. Lots of gathering speed. Training speed's nice. Let's see what else we got. Action point recovery. Come on. Healing speed. That healing speed rune is actually really nice for Mightiest Governor event. Really nice, actually. Alright, so nothing there. There we go. Let's see what's at this one. Alright, troop health. That one's okay. Nothing great. There's another one of those runes. Training speed. Got 3 of those runes at the same time. Goodness. They're just hitting these guys? Wow. Troop defense. I might have to go get that other rune. Wow, training speed rune. Alright, I guess so. Alright, I'll go get that action point recovery and XP rune, but I won't make that delay me. because it's just 5% XP. It's nothing crazy. All right, let me catch up on the questions. Looks like we got blown up here. Drago, question about City Hall upgrade. Should I upgrade all buildings then City Hall, or just rush to be able to get the City Hall upgrade? I would say Poseidon, I would push your City Hall as much as possible, as much as your resources will allow you. So don't just wait. If you got the ability to upgrade your City Hall, start upgrading it and then use your other builder to upgrade the other stuff while it's upgrading, is what my recommendation would be. You always want to be pushing that because you're going to get more troop in your army capacity. You're also going to get more armies available to you on the field once you hit City Hall 22. So you need to make sure that you get at least City Hall 22 as fast as possible. That's kind of the baseline for you being able to really be able to do stuff in the game. Even just gathering, you need all 5 of those marches gathering as much as possible while you're not fighting. Froggy, do you think that the eve of the Crusaders event winners will most likely tell the tale of KVK before it even starts? I don't understand what you're saying. I'm trying to think of what you're saying, but it doesn't make sense to me. So the tell the tale part's where I'm losing you. Hey Drago, I've been working on Charles and Richard's setup, but now that we know Khan can destroy this combo, I'm having second thoughts. What legend commander do you think is a good pair for a maxed Richard? Well, Charles is the best pairing for Richard. So again, Genghis is going to rely on a little bit of luck. So his expertise firing off a lot is really what's going to help him beat a Richard Charles, especially properly spec'd out. I want to personally test this stuff before I say for a fact that Genghis is the one to get. To me, Richard and Charles are the gold standard because not everybody out there, just like not many people out there have a maxed YSG. Not many people out there are going to also have a maxed Genghis, especially with Saladin coming out and all these other commanders that are going to be coming out in the Lost Kingdom. I think people are going to be saving their things for that, and that's going to slow down the people who may have maxed out Genghis otherwise. Gathering speed buffs are awesome. Yeah, they are. I prefer XP and training speed and battle ones. Lohar holding a spear and he's behind a bow in case he's broke his spear. He had a bow. Yeah, okay. Your might is growing so fast. So most of this went up because of Troop Training Day on Mightiest Governor. So let me show you that before I start going into the YSG stuff. Right now I'm only ranked 10 on the kill event, but overall I'm ranked 3rd. And again, a lot of that has to do with troop training. So I will make sure to maintain 3rd. I do not plan on giving 3rd place up. I want Big Rick's worked really hard to get rank 1, and he wants Saladin really bad. So I'm gonna, I'm not that I'm gonna let him because he does what he wants to do, but I'm not gonna push him. I'm not gonna make him spend more resources and then me also spend resources just to get 1st place. Aaron is certainly pretty much doing kill event and also trained an absolute crazy amount of troops as well, like he is to do. So he trained on training day and he also trained on power day. So that combination definitely helped him out and pretty much secured 2nd place. I'm not going to push him for 2nd place either. I can max his 1st skill. I can max Saladin's 1st skill with 3rd place. So I will do that. And hopefully in the future, as more Saladin events come out, I can get 3rd or above as well to help max him out. Attack the bottom pass first. I think all the passes are equally critical, and our kingdom is probably a little bit different than your kingdom. For full archer open field, what are the best epic commanders? Full archer open field, what are the best epic commanders? Herman, Osman, Luke would be my pick. General County tech is a crucial thing, but you should get troop capacity from City Hall 25. I agree, Caddy. To get Rally the Crusader TP 4 city from top, left, right, bottom to make a full rally. It makes really helpful. Yeah, we just went over that, I think, is what I'm getting from your statement, Leosh. That's what we did on our rally, on our fort. Hamad, Hydrogothian, is Pelagius better with 5111 double C or Minamoto or... Jeez. Are they all 5111? If that's the case, then I think Minamoto, right? Hamad, I would pick one, man. Just pick one and go with it. I think if you can max out a legendary commander, go with Genghis. If you have the $200 it takes to max out Minamoto, go with Minamoto. If you want to buy the daily chest every day to get double C, then go with double C. Pick one and go with it. Don't spread your stuff around because you're never going to get anywhere. Mark, what's up? Welcome to the stream, bud. Gavin, Denmark, I wouldn't waste universal speed up on building. I would definitely waste universal speed ups on buildings because especially buildings where they make things. So your troop training buildings, your academy, and certainly for your city hall. I would definitely use universals on those. If that's the point in the game where you are. What kingdom is going to run away with KVK? Frog, I don't know, man. I mean, we're a little too early in the game to really say who's going to run away with it. Each continent is different. I think, obviously, I'm a little biased in the sense that I think that we're going to win in K16 for our continent. But, I mean, it is what it is. Yeah, Claudio, Dara's pushing a little bit. I don't know if he's trying to push me out of third. If he does, then I'm going to beat him. I mean, I'm not going to let him beat me. Would you accept a 15 million player in your alliance? Darko, no, unfortunately not. We have a minimum of 30. Although, if you want to come play with Ronnie and I and Cuba and Aaron and everybody else, Big Rick, you can certainly come over and play with us. Don't think we're not going to tell you to migrate over here and have fun with us. If you want to come join us in K16, you can do that, okay? Unless you've got 30 million plus power or have T5 or something like that, we just don't have the room in the main alliance for you. But we've got tons of other alliances that we can put you in and you can play with us, and they're properly talented out. They've got tons of people in them that are active and playing and all doing a great job. So I am kind of happy at how things kind of turned out with AOC and mini PHR. And there's a couple other alliances that are in the regular kingdom that we're going to be bringing over to the Lost Kingdom here very shortly to help house some more players coming in. So it's going to be very fun. Which kingdom are you from? Same Sia. Oh, okay. Osmond Herman, my Osmond is higher. Yeah, that'll work too. I did actually use Osmond YSG in most of my Ark of Osiris's until I got Julius decently spec'd enough. Yeah, so great content. Keep up the good work. Your vids have been really helpful. I appreciate that, Wrench. Yeah, keep watching. I appreciate the help. For those of you that don't know, God, man, like I said, I've been busy. We're almost at 5,200 subs, guys. We just passed 5,000 subs over last weekend. Even after that, it was like Monday or Tuesday, we passed 5,000 subs, guys. Did Ronnie say, okay, Ronnie, good night. I appreciate you joining the stream, buddy. Thanks a lot for joining. I will see you tomorrow morning. My time, anyway. Yeah, so we passed 5,000 subs, and we're actually about to hit 5,200 subs. So I really appreciate you all joining and getting the word out. I really hope that people are coming to the channel and learning. I'm trying to make this channel for everybody. It's not just, I know that I've got 80 million power or pretty close to 80 million power, and I know how to play the game, so I tend to talk more focused around the end game stuff, which I do apologize for, because I know, and it just reminded me when the Why Not guy talked to earlier, it just reminded me that there's still people just joining this game. They're just joining this game, and they're just trying to get the hang of it, just like we all were, right? When we first started 6 months ago or 8 months ago or whenever you started. So I'm trying to make sure that some of the content that I'm bringing out with the Mastery Series guides, with the best of the best stuff, are things that the new players can, the new players can enjoy too. Poseidon, we just passed 5,200. So this was a 5,200 passing stream. I appreciate you all. Thank you very much. Yeah, so again, I'm trying to make this for everybody, and I appreciate you putting the word out. And with the Discord coming up and everything kind of getting into gear, I'm really hoping to get almost a video out a day at this point. I've mostly been live streaming because, to be honest, it's easier for me to just sit down and play the game a little bit and live stream with you guys and not necessarily have to edit a video and plunk it together and everything, because that takes a little more time. Actually, I'd much rather get on and talk with you guys live and make my wife look at me weird because I'm talking to a computer screen with nobody talking back to me. But other than that, it's okay. so we're good. Yes, everybody but me build a flag. Thank you, Garnet. My friend who is level 21 got me and a couple buddies in, still learning the tips on what to do. Well, welcome to the game, man. I want to make sure that everybody that's just joining the game has a good experience. It's starting to get into the next step of the game, so I want to make sure that you guys aren't forgotten, because at the end of the day, we need more people to play this game to enjoy it. Like, if it was just 5 people in a kingdom, it doesn't have the same kind of ring to it. Like, it just doesn't work as well. Frog, what video editor do you use? I use OBS. As far as videos, no, I use just iMovie, whatever comes with the iMac, nothing crazy. I'm not a super technical guy when it comes to video and graphics editing and things like that. I leave that to people who are more in tune with that. I am a network guy. I am MPLS and premise-based firewalls and network-based firewalls and security and all that stuff. That's what I do. Let's not flood Drago's chat. Yeah, no problem. I remember when I first got the game, I really didn't put that much time into it. Now I am hooked and can't stop playing. Welcome to the club. Welcome to the club. I can't stop playing either. Again, much to my wife's dismay. I play pretty much all the time, and I need to always make sure that I play just enough to make you guys happy, but at the same time take care of the wife and the kids. So it's a fine line I've got to walk, but that's my line to walk. So you guys enjoy when you have me, okay? All right, so let's do some AoEing. I know you guys want to see some of that. And as you can see, I mean, this is my favorite spot. There's just so many barbs all around here. I think somebody actually came through here while we were chatting. But let's see. Let's see what we can do. All right. Okay. Yeah, we can do this. All right, so this works for any kind of AoE commander. It's just harder. And you're definitely not going to be able to string them without YSG the way I do for the amount of them that I do, if that makes sense. So right now, like, there'd be no way if you had a fan that you could string these guys together for the most part. But I'm going to go ahead and start walking this way. I'm going to kill that barb on the way. And because I'm walking over the barbarian, it doesn't run away. Now my next trick is going to be get the AoE, get this barbarian attacked, and then I'm going to try and make my way up to the 28 to the top left. Well, I probably should have, you said you wanted to see the T5 in action for kill event. I should have maybe just recorded some stuff, because Big Rick B and I fought for like 2 or 3 hours last night, and I just kept letting him. Oh, just missed it. I'm talking and I'm not paying attention to my AoE stuff. I let him beat on my Richard Charles group for like an hour and a half. The fight took like an hour because we both had Richard Charles fighting each other. The fight took an hour, by the way. It's crazy. All right, so you just got to kind of inch your way up. Just let it tap. Just let it tap and then come on back. And as long as you don't go too far away, it will always re-engage. Now the trick here is to hit just enough. Stop. Now hopefully that 28 comes back down. Yes. All right. So we should hit that 28. Now again, I usually have a nice little string of this stuff like all the way down. As you saw in my previous video that I uploaded. Again, I want to do a full guide on this, guys, so that you can see exactly how to do it, how to position yourself. I'm going to go through all the little nitty gritty on it. But right now I'm just talking to you and doing this. So it's like, it's too much. You have to be very much concentrated on what you're doing when you're doing a string like this. You need to be very concentrated on what you're doing. What happened if your kids play rock? It's okay to you? Leos, yeah. My son actually does. He's 4 years old, and he trains troops. He collects the resources. He kills level 1 barbs. Even though he clicks level 25 barbs, he kills the level 1s because he's only killed a level 1, and he can't go any further than that until he kills a level 2. And that's about it. He likes to build stuff. He likes to bring out his king army, which is basically his El Cid, because he did get an El Cid from a gold key. And he likes to open gold keys. So he plays, and then my youngest daughter, Alora, she plays as well every now and again. I've taught her how to play. I showed her what she needs to do to play. She's just very much into the artsy stuff and the video stuff more than the actual game. She does enjoy the game, but she's more into the artsy stuff. So she tends to do that a little more often. But she also enjoys the game. Don't you think Herman is the best pairing with YSG because of Herman's rage regen? There's 2 pairings I like, Nico. So I like YSG primary with Herman secondary. And I like YSG primary with Julius secondary. Now, Julius primary also works, but you lose the archer tree. And from a skill damage perspective, you do more skill damage with Julius primary, but it's very minimal. And you do lose a lot of damage from the troop damage itself on the archer tree not being there. So, I mean, it's a trade-off. I think I prefer YSG primary, Julius, or Herman secondary. El Cid works too, but I prefer Herman, actually. I like Herman a little bit better. For low to mid spenders, is it worth investing in VIP? I'm at VIP 11 now, and I'm thinking about going to VIP 12 for the 2 legendary sculptures. How far away are you, Vincent? How far away are you? That's the question. If you're 100,000 VIP points away, don't push. Don't push it. If you're 20,000 or 10,000 or 5,000, yes, push it. Joker of God, thanks for the guide on Yulji. I now have him as my garrison commander. Okay, cool. Yeah, he's a pretty, like, if you need to use a epic commander for garrison, Yulji's a good one to do. Yulji's a very good one to do. Yulji and Pelagius are my go-tos for that. Herman's actually not too bad either. I think he's got an attack and defense bonus on his garrison, which is nice. And he does obviously have the silence as well, which is also very nice. One building most overlook is Alliance Center. That building allows more helps and not as important as City Hall, but don't overlook its importance. You're correct, Bonnie June Homestead. Once you get that maxed out, that's 30 helps. That's a lot of helps. That's 30% of researches that can take upwards of 120 days. That's 40 days off. It's a big deal. 35 days off. That's a huge deal. All right, we got some more stuff to donate. Let's do that. All right, so I'm going to send these guys back. I'm going to go ahead and put these guys out to farm. In fact, let me do that really quick. Let me see if there's any level 7s around. Oh, there is. Mine. 1.134 million resources I could use. See if there's any level 7 stone. There's not. Get some. I really need food and wood, guys. Food and wood is my lifeblood. It is my absolute lifeblood. All right. So I'll wait for my other one to get back. Drago, City Hall, level 25, crucial in KVK. Well, you need as many troops as you can on the battlefield per army, so yeah, it's very crucial. Mike Q, who would be better to garrison, Yulji or Charles? Charles. If you just need a garrison commander, Charles. But most people need Charles for their primary commander in the open field. Now, if you've got Richard, then you can alternate them. That's what I do. I've got Richard as my primary for the open field, and then I've got Charles for my garrison for my city. So that's the way I do it. That's the best way to do it if you have access to both. Hi, Drago. This is Zokra style. Hi, Drago. Are you going to do video guide with the best defender to city? That is my last best of the best guide that I'm going to do, Zokra, and that should be coming this weekend. So look out for that. Best of the best garrison commanders. You'll get legendary version. You'll get epic version. You'll get a medium version, and we'll go through each one of the skills as well, because each commander has a unique garrison skill that has a garrison talent tree on their skill list that does different things, and it may make more sense for you versus when the way you play versus somebody else. So I want to make sure you guys have all the info. I will do a full guide on that this weekend. Ezzo, I know a lot say it doesn't matter if it's Charles, Richard, or vice versa. Both are maxed. In your opinion, which is better? I've got Charles second, Richard primary. And the only reason I did that is because I started doing Richard first. That's the plain and simple of it. I think when you look at the skills, right? So the active skill, you have a damage reduction, which is nice, and goes into what I'm about to say. You have a heal, a damage reduction, and a mark speed reduction. So for 2 seconds, you have a damage reduction. Now it takes a second for the second skill to go off. All right. So 1 second, you have a damage reduction, and then 1 more second, you have a damage reduction and a Charles shield. So theoretically, it is better to have Richard as a primary. Okay. Now the reason that is because, again, you have 1 second of 30% damage reduction, which means that Richard's primary, I don't know if I can open him up, his shield will take less damage and theoretically stay up longer. And again, a big part of his first skill is while that shield is up, you get a damage bonus. So the longer you can keep that shield up for at least 4 seconds, that's 4 seconds that you can do 30% extra damage, troop damage. So theoretically, Richard should be first, Charles should be second, but it's 1 second. So that's why people say it's not really that huge of a deal. But Richard primary is, if you're min-maxing, Richard primary is the best one to go with, in my opinion. Butu Aqua. Should I pair Max Pella with Belly or Max Boudica? That's a good question. I would say Belisarius. And the only reason I say that is because all of his skills are cavalry based. If you asked me Boudica and any other generic epic commander, I would say Boudica. Because the heal, because the nuke is pretty solid, and because of the rage regeneration. Or is it's not rage regen, it's rage deduction, right? Oh, it is rage regen. Okay, there you go. Yeah, so it is rage regen. Yeah, that's perfectly good. I would go Belisarius because of all the skills that he has work with Cav. But if it's any other generic commander, I would go with Boudica. Will Minamoto and Double C still be a viable pairing even with Genghis and Saladin coming out? I've invested a lot into my Double C. I'm starting to regret it now. Look, new commanders come out all the time, Vincent. You're still going to be really solid with Mina and Double C, okay? I think I talked about it earlier where I said it's going to be very difficult for most people to max Genghis right away. So if you've got a max double C, you're going to be in good shape. Even so, people, one, sometimes just don't know how to play and they have a max double C and they don't know what to do with it from a talent standpoint, or they pair it up with something silly. So you're still going to be viable. Now, if you put those head-to-head one-on-one, yes, Genghis Minamoto will beat Minamoto double C. It's going to happen because Genghis has double the nuke. It's as simple as that. But that's not going to happen very often. I would say that's the exception. And again, you got to plan for the rule. You got to plan for the general rule of the game. You can't plan for the exception. If you plan for the exception, you're only going to be exceptional a small amount of time. If you plan for the rule, you'll be very solid and you'll be able to play the game the way it's supposed to be played. Misfits Lion King, welcome to the stream, buddy. Yeah, we've been going for about an hour and 25 minutes. We were going to be wrapping it up here probably in the next 10, 15 minutes. I've been pushing it. I've been pushing it. Yeah, Genghis double C already beat Richard Charles. I've seen that. I've seen the battle report as well. I'd be interested to see the build on the Richard Charles group, and I'd like to see that build. I was saying earlier in the stream, I still would put my Richard Charles up against anybody, but I've seen what Genghis Khan can do, and it's scary. It is scary, but it's also, it requires you to expertise him, which is where I'm getting at with the rest of my conversation is that's the exception. Like, you're not going to run into too many expertised Genghis Khans out there because most people, if they saved up sculptures, they're putting them into Saladin. Or they're going to save them up even further and put them into Charlemagne when that one comes out at the end of Lost Kingdom. So, I mean, that's what most people are doing. Most people have not maxed Genghis unless they are really, really heavy into Cav. Like, Cav is their Civ. Cav is the best commanders they've got. Cav is the best tech they've got. All that stuff. Those are the ones that are maxing out Genghis, and you're probably at a disadvantage with them anyway. Let's see. Free to play, Pirate Skull. I'm free to play, but I got a small gift card. Did the road gem to 25. That's a good one. I'm wondering if I should get Minamoto and bring him to 5411. Can't afford more. Or the small daily chest for double C, which is at 4,400 now. How much do you have left, Pirate Skull? That's going to give me a better way of telling you how to spend your money. I like spending other people's money. I like spending my money too, but I also like spending other people's money more. Curtis, for free-to-play infantry, which one is a good pairing with Max Sun Tzu? I think you should go watch my Max Sun Tzu guide. What you think about that? Let's see if I can find it for you. Let's see if I can find that for you real quick, and I'll post it. We did just go over 5,200 subs. That's fantastic. So excited. All right. Let's see if I can get shareable link. There you go. Who asked for it? Curtis. There's your link. Frostshade. Yep, but Saladin Genghis going to bear even harder. Genghis primary and Saladin secondary. It'll be interesting to see. I don't have Saladin yet, so I want to test this stuff. That's why I'm pushing so hard on the Mightiest Governor, so I can at least get these commanders and start to get a feel for what they do and how they operate. Saladin Genghis going to bear even harder. Should I use my 5511 Mina or 5131 double C with my Pelagius? Ooh. I think because of the additional damage from Mina, I would go Mina. But it's close because the third skill from double C helps. It helps a lot. Jonathan. Okay, so Gavin, I have Elcid 5522 with a Herman level 60. Okay. As primary, should I keep investing in my gold sculptures in him? My recommendation, Gavin, is to focus on one commander at a time. So 5522 is about a third of the way through maxing him. Okay, you've got roughly 250 to 300 sculptures left to max him, because you've got 3 of each skill. So that's 6 skills at the end. I believe that's around 250 to 300 sculptures. So you've got time to change if you want to. It's not the end of the world. But my advice is to focus on a troop type and then focus on the best commanders for that troop type and then go. That's what I would recommend, Gavin. Pirate, about $25. I would... Do you have Minamoto yet at all? I would at least get Minamoto. And I would also put it into the gem supply, so the 30-day gem supply. And yeah, maybe get... I mean, you can't. It doesn't hurt to get the daily sculptures, because you don't not only get the sculptures for double C. When I say daily sculptures, I mean the daily chests. You get, okay, so you already have him. Yeah, get him to at least 5. The first skill at 5, and then you can open it up as you can open him up. Just open him up. So 5111. Then put the rest of your money into your 30-day gem supply. So this right here. You get gems up front, and you get 19,500 gems to boot. That will help you purchase speed ups. That will help you purchase stars, resources, everything you need to power up your account. Commanders are definitely critical when it comes to this game. No doubt about it. But with free to play, you're going to have a hard time leveling this stuff up fast. So you got to play the long game. And the long game dictates that you need to spend on tech, not so much maxing commanders out. So as long as you can get the first skills on those 2 commanders to 5, I think you'll be in really good shape. So get him to 5111 and then unlock him all the way, or 5 and then unlock him all the way. And then for double C, buy the daily chests, but you're not going to be able to get him to 5 right off the bat with $25. It's just not going to happen. It's just not enough money. Your better value is putting it into the 30-day gem supply and putting it into City of Hope to help you build your city up. But even then, it's not going to go too far. Should I max Richard or max Genghis or Saladin? Tough decision. Max Richard. Max Richard. He's the best healer in the game. You max Richard. Saladin's going to be great. Genghis is great. But Richard is already great. There's a difference between if you have a max Richard and a not max Richard. It's as simple as that. Claudio, if you have max double C, then you can get Charles sculptures from the buyable daily chest. And after Charles, you get El Cid. I heard it was after double C you get El Cid. But maybe I'm wrong. I haven't gotten there yet. I already maxed double C, or max Charles. So, Hamad, who is the best legendary cavalry commander to invest in all the sculptors? I'm free to play, but I have Mina. Okay, well, I like that you know how free to play you are, because even having Mina makes you still free to play if you haven't put more than that into the game, so that's good. I would go, it said best legendary cavalry commander to invest all your sculptures in, Genghis Khan. If you've already maxed Mina, it's Genghis Khan. If you have Mina but haven't maxed him, then you need to max Mina. That's your cheapest legendary commander to max. Absolute Truce, what's up? Welcome to the stream. Again, I've been saying I'm going to go for 10 more minutes. I did that about 3 or 4 times in the past 40 minutes. So I promise you in about 5 more minutes or so, we're going to wrap this puppy up. And I'm going to get to making some more videos for you guys for the weekend. And I'm going to get to bed because it's late. Axel, is Boudica good for mid-late game? I'm free to play. Situationally, yes. But as a main fighter, not so much. For free to play, let me take that back. For free to play, probably you'll still be able to use her. Extreme late game, you should have at least, 4 or 5 legendary commanders that are serviceable. Boudica still has pieces that make sense. Like today, we used Boudica for the fort because of the rage regen and the ability to do all that stuff. So I mean, it's good to have Boudica maxed out. The skills, the talents, all that stuff made it very helpful to do. Oh, misfits. Unbelievable, man. Join 1093. This is where we're going with the recruiting, right? Now we're just purchasing me. Is that the idea? Well, I appreciate that, man. I always appreciate it. I really do. It's all going to Genghis and Saladin and all this other stuff for you guys to get some content and all that good stuff. I really do appreciate that, man. I really do. So I wanted to actually talk to you earlier, Misfits. I will be doing any live stream that you need me to do for your ARC, obviously going forward. You've given me enough support on my channel to earn that. So you let me know what you need from an ARC coverage perspective, and I will give it to you every 2 weeks without fail. Even Lost Kingdom stuff, you let me know. Yeah, I'm not leaving Skywalker. Calm down. As much as I appreciate Misfits' support of my channel, $100 does not buy my loyalty, and he knows that. And we're good friends, so I appreciate that, man. I really do. $1201 getting owned. Don't go there. So Kingdom 201 is getting destroyed. That's unfortunate. All right, so let's see. What else we got going on here? Yeah, I think that's about it, guys. I think I've beaten the Lost Kingdom stuff into the ground, and I have gone over some of the newer stuff. Let's do another donation just to give you another chest opening. We like chest openings on this stream. So 2 chests got me 2 hours of research speed ups and 20,000 XP. That is always nice. Scoreboard. Okay, yeah, we can go over the scoreboard really quick. So individual, I'm nowhere close to the top, by the way. Not even remotely close. Not even remotely close. 1093 has a juicy lead in Eve of the Crusader event. I can only imagine, based off of who I know is on that server, I can only imagine after the troop training event what the lead looks like on 93. Again, for those of you that do not know, Misfits Lion King is one of the leaders of 93, if not the leader, and they are recruiting power players. So they've got big plans for their KVK. They've got big plans for their Lost Kingdom events and everything. And with who I know is already in that alliance that Misfits Lion King leads, it's going to be gangbusters. Like, it's going to be crazy. It's going to be absolutely crazy. So if you've got the power and you're not really tied to anybody, they're a good kingdom to go to as long as you're not somebody who causes trouble and problems. They will take you in and you'll be in good hands. So I would recommend going over there if you're not going to join us and have a good time too. Yes. Yes, he is. All right, so again, I'm 110th on this individual honor score. I've been, again, very busy this week, which is when we came to the Lost Kingdom, so I haven't been able to focus as much as I would like to. That being said, I've been AoEing the crap out of these barbs, and I have not used a single action point potion, which means that I have been saving my action point potions for these level 6 barbarian forts that are about to come out tomorrow. And I gotta tell you, I'm excited. I'm gonna burn as many action points as I can on these barbarian forts because they give you all kinds of honor points. I'm not gonna burn them all because there's gonna be even bigger forts coming, but I will say that I'll burn quite a bit because right now, as an alliance, we actually just dropped to second place. We were first place the entire KBK so far, but just today, within the last like maybe 5 or 6 hours, WWK from Kingdom 14 made a big push on the alliance side. So they're actually about 40,000, almost 40,000 honor points ahead of us. I'm wondering if they told all their kingdom players to just go crazy on barbarians today, and that might be what caused the huge spike. I wonder if we did that, if we would make a big jump as well, because right now we're all fighting for kill event for the mightiest governor. So a lot of people are not farming barbs right now. They're farming resources so that they can keep healing their troops. Misfits says he will zero troublemakers. I don't doubt him. He's got the juice to do it. Jed, watch out. I'm coming for you all. He's Senju. 1093 was my first kingdom. I was in some random alliance. It was called K exclamation point E. We took out the biggest alliance in 93 during that time, but I heard that CE and K9 had a huge war. Yeah, I know, bro. All good. Okay, cool. All right, so, and then the final thing, we are definitely leading the kingdom. The kingdom points by a significant margin. We're up by about 135,000 points. So as a kingdom, we are killing it by far. Definitely leading the kingdom honor points totals here. And yeah, I mean, it's only going to escalate because we do forts like like crazy people. I can tell you this right now, between UN1 and the PHRs and AOC, these forts are going to have a hurting put on them for sure. Ice T, who is your hardest enemy in KVK? Well, from an individual standpoint, I really don't know. I haven't fought anybody else but the people in my kingdom. So I don't know from an individual standpoint. I do know that as far as who's far enough along to pose a threat from a fort standpoint, I know that 3 or 4 of the other kingdoms have taken their fort. I think 14 has some power players, considering their main alliance here at the top on the alliance power score here is at number 1. There's quite a few people from from Kingdom 12 in the top 10 of the honor system points here. But to be honest with you, that's for killing barbs. So I don't know yet, to be honest. I've heard people tossing threats around, and I can tell you how those will go. But as far as who's the most powerful, I really don't know. I really don't know who's the hardest one. I think we're the hardest one, to be honest with you. I think we're the hardest person in this continent, or the hardest kingdom in this continent. Dragothian, could I join one of your many alliances when I merge? Joker of God. Yeah, I think you've reached out to me before, man. Just come on over. Just come on over. We'll get you taken care of. iRanger, thanks for the stream, bro. Well, thank you for joining the stream. I don't do these streams unless I got people joining, so I really appreciate that. Ice-T, who is your hardest? Oh, you already answered that. Because as you know, I only have 6.7 mil power. Joker, again, anybody that wants to come in and join our kingdom, I am not going to turn you away. I just can't take you into the biggest alliance on the kingdom unless you are a power player. So we've already got the alliance pretty much filled up with mostly 30 million plus players. So there's a few that are less, but those are players that have been playing with us for 10 months. So they're going to get spots. They're, again, loyalty, right? Power doesn't mean everything. I would much rather have somebody who is 20 million power, but I've known for 10 months and don't have to necessarily tell what to do. I already know what they're going to do and that they're going to do it well, if that makes sense. Have to rep the potato division. Yes. Killer potatoes. All my whales went to K93. Yes, Misfits has been on a recruiting tirade, and he has been successful. He has been very successful. Hello, I'm from Sabah, Malaysia. Okay, so it's got to be morning time for you guys, right? Mr. Bromeliad Catelia? I'm hoping I say your name right. I'm not influenced in any way, Skywalker. Of course not. That's not you. Joker, no, I understand that I can't join the big alliance yet, but I want to join a mini alliance and then work myself up. Come on over, Joker. We will get you squared away. I promise you. Ranger, okay. Drago, I'll be off now to do some family stuff. So also, thanks for the vid. It helps a lot. Have a good day, my man. You too, Curtis. Thanks for joining the stream. You've been with me pretty much the whole time. I really do appreciate that, man. Skywalker, you have a channel. Yeah, Skywalker. For those of you that don't know, Skywalker just started posting some videos. It seems to be a virus or a flu that's going through K16. Everybody's starting to do videos. I have actually watched some of Skywalker stuff, and it's really good. So go check him out if you haven't already. He's got a new channel up as well. And yeah, he streamed recorded and uploaded the AOC arc last week, which was really good. And he did a really great job inside of that. Why don't you follow the whales? Did Ronnie take back his account, Drago? No, he did not. And he said earlier on the stream that he's never getting his main account back. Like, he's just never getting his account back at all. Like, he's playing on a 1 million account right now. If that's true, that's unfortunate. Skywalker, I did it for my boys in K61 until I left and they all unsubbed. They unsubbed you? That's not cool. That's petty. That's petty. Cool, we'll do. Let's get him to 100 subs. Misfits, what do you do for a living? Rob Banks. Hey, success breeds success. That's how that works. All right, guys, I think I'm going to wrap it up here. We're starting to just get into a let's hang out and show conversation instead of a Rise of Kingdoms conversation, which I don't mind. But for the people that may watch this video later in, after it's posted, maybe I'll go ahead and end it here. That being said, again, I really do enjoy you all. Just to recap really quickly, we're over 5,200 subs, folks. I am so pleased with that, and I can't thank you all enough for getting me there. And I'm hoping to keep pushing the channel and keep pushing the growth. I definitely will be having a good night. It is 10:30. I'm going to have one more cocktail before I take off for bed, and then it's going to be bedtime, and then we're going to have a full day of activity tomorrow, making videos and all kinds of good stuff. So with that in mind, I hope you all enjoy your evening. Certainly enjoy the start to your new weekend. Thank you again to Console Millard and Misfits Lion King once again for their generous donations. Thank you all for joining the stream and staying with me through what was supposed to be a 1 hour and some change, and of course always ends in a 1 hour and 45-minute conversation. Take care, enjoy, have a good one, and I'll see y'all later. Bye.